next time you meet me in Gate City.
Oh, Cody Pope. I know Cody Pope.
Our friend is Cody, yeah, we not having a good day.
Smack dab in the middle of all that. That was beautifully said. And I love that you said when you have a microphone in hand.
And we were able to do it.
About showing up.
Yeah.
What up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Cody Central. Shout out to everybody that's here so far. Shout out to Jen, the first comment. Much love. Welcome back. Welcome home. Welcome for the first time. This is going to be an interesting one tonight for sure. As you guys know, every week here is a little bit different. It's always a different conversation. And this week, as some of you guys may have seen from the thumbnail, I didn't have a guest, so it's a public AMA. Anything you want to know about me, music, movies, life. Big shout out to Jace. What up, bro? Shout out to Ryan. Man, Jace, I haven't seen you in a minute, dude. I hope you're doing well, man. Glad you're here tonight, dude. Big shout out to my brother Ryan. Make sure you guys go visit granitestateRamen.com after this. Support Ryan. His fundraiser is over 50% since we did the episode. Thank you guys for the support so far. Keep on pushing that. Let's get him live. As always, let us know what city and state you're watching from. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Michelle that's here as well. Big shout out to everybody from Facebook. Big shout out to everybody from YouTube. Make sure at the end of this, if you're not already, please go over, like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube. We're trying to grow the Hellhound Publishing YouTube channel. We've been making a big effort on that this year, so huge shout out to everybody that is here. Real quick, I'm going to jump into a couple things before we get started. This week's episode is not sponsored by anybody. However, if you want to sponsor a future episode, if you have a thing that you want to plug during an episode at any point, here's a little bit of info on how you can get involved in supporting the show.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is go to hellhoundpublishing.com. Go to the menu, go find Cody Central, our show. Then you're going to scroll down and you're going to see a bunch of different donation options. Each one will have some really cool stuff that you get. Go to checkout, tell me what you want me to promote, cash out, simple as that.
Simple as that. Big thank you to everybody that's been supporting the show so far. I appreciate you guys. Let me throw on some tunes here so I can set the mood while we're all hanging out. Set the mood. As always, if you like the background music in the show, all the sound beds are provided by Byron G. And Even Though, you can find them on Instagram at BG603 and at beats_by_even_though. Hey, thank you to Jace. He said that was a dope edit. I appreciate that, man. Last couple of years, I've been really hyper focused on video editing and trying to do my own videos and stuff like that. So I've taken on some commercial projects and projects for other musicians and stuff like that. So I'm really trying to hone that. So thank you so much. Big shout out to Jen, who said, can't wait for your party. I definitely am going to talk to you guys about that tonight. Thank you for mentioning that. August 22nd, it's going down at The Spot, 217 Main Street in Nashua, New Hampshire. It's going to be my first solo show since 2022. Over the last few years, I've been so lucky. I've had DJs, I've had 8Bizza, I've had Byron G. I've always had somebody backing me, but before I was lucky to rock with all those people, it was just me and a laptop putting a show together. And so I'm going to go back to that at least one more time and just really show people the depth of the catalog that I have, and just a night focused on going into this next year. I'm going to turn 36 at the end of the month. And so just trying to go into this with a renewed energy, renewed spirit, cleanse myself of some of the mistakes I've made, and hopefully set myself on a path to success. Big shout out to Scott. What up, Scott? Appreciate you tuning in too. Appreciate you guys. If you're on Facebook, do me a favor and hit the share button. Share this with your crew, your people, all of that shit, so that we can keep building up our audience. I appreciate all of you guys that are here tonight. As I mentioned before, make sure that you guys subscribe, comment, like, turn on post notifications. All that stuff helps out tremendously. As I mentioned every week, we're really hyper focused on growing the Hellhound Publishing YouTube channel because obviously, as many of you guys know, when you hit certain benchmarks, it allows you to start monetizing your channel and to start earning revenue from the different content that you make. And so getting to that benchmark will really help us support keeping the studio open, getting better equipment, compensating guests that travel and things like that, and just really building the ecosystem around what we do here at Hellhound Publishing. So as always, thank you for the support on that. Let's get into some of the week joints. So music of the week, I picked a new joint. It's Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist, 1995. The song just came out recently, but it's called 1995. I'm not the only one who has been awaiting a new Gibbs and Alchemist collab since Alfredo. They are truly delivering it in fantastic style. They released a short film on YouTube to announce their second collaborative album, Alfredo 2, and it was a really fun stylistic homage to like older Japanese crime films. They released the first single as well, which is this track, 1995. Gibbs floats over this crazy Alchemist production, and at certain times, Gibbs is literally rapping over guitar solos at some points. It's so sick. These two continue to challenge each other creatively, and I really feel like they're making more like boundary pushing but grounded, real lyric heavy rap. Make sure you guys go check out Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist 1995 on all streaming platforms. Hollows 47 said, I need to listen to that still. Dude, you're going to be excited when you do. It's vastly different than I think Alfredo and some of the other stuff that they've done. You can really like hear a lot of growth on it. It's cool. I haven't shared this video in a while, but I'm going to share it because we got some new people joining us tonight on both YouTube and Facebook. Appreciate everybody being here. I've got a bunch of new stuff in the works, but I put out an album called Giant Steps in Gate City with my brother Byron G. He did the entire production, and this is part of a series of albums that we've done. Giant Steps in Gate City is available everywhere, and here is just a little bit about it real quick. Shout out to Nathan in the chat. What's up, Nate? Thank you for being here. Man, shout out to my brother Ryan. He said such a great album. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate that so much. The year, in the time that we put the album out, life has got so busy with family and friends and jobs and all of this kind of stuff that we didn't get to do as much as we wanted to after we did the big Giant Steps release show, which shout out to everybody that was there. But because of that, I just want to still talk about that record. I think it's really important for people to check it out. So I hope you guys will take some time, any streaming platform that you listen to, or if you want to get, we still have a few collector's edition CDs left at hellhoundpublishing.com or cody-pope.com. Movie of the week. So I don't have a brand new movie of the week because I gave you guys two last week. So last week we did Rumblefish, which was Francis Ford Coppola from 1983. And we also did Chan is Missing from Wayne Wang, which is from 1982. So I don't have a new movie review for you this week, but what I do want to remind you guys is that this is the last week of the Criterion Collection 50% off sale at all Barnes and Nobles. Obviously, I am not sponsored in any way to plug this. I am just a huge advocate of collecting from the Criterion Collection as well as a lot of the other great home media archives. But if you want to support physical media, if you want to get some of your favorite movies, if you want to find new movies that you may have never heard of elsewhere, please, please, please go to a Barnes and Nobles, go to the Criterion section and the media section, grab some movies. Everything is 50% off, whether it's a single movie that you buy for the first time, or you go and get the Godzilla box set with every Japanese Godzilla movie in it, or whatever the case is. Every single thing in their catalog is 50% off, and that goes until July 27th. Every Barnes & Noble, 50% off. Make sure you guys go and support that. Much love. Before we get into our weekly show run, because shout out to my boy that mentioned the video edit. The brand new music video, No Sugar Added, from Cody Pope and Byron G, is on our YouTube channel right now. It was shot by my brother Danny from Dimes Productions, and then I did all of the video editing. And so if you guys have time after this episode, please go and watch the video, drop a like, drop a comment, share it with somebody you think that would mess with it. We really appreciate the support and the love on that. That's part of the Giant Steps album that we were just talking about before. Now, our weekly event listing. As always, if you want to have your event mentioned in the weekly event listing, just shoot me an email at codycentralshow@gmail.com. I will go through the emails, and any event that seems like something I would support, even if it's not near me locally, I will keep it in here. Jay said kind of unrelated, but I know you saw that fight on Saturday. Oh, you know I saw that fight on Saturday. Oh, that was a tough one. I'll be honest. I couldn't pick a winner because I don't even know if I should say it, but I wanted Dustin to win because I think he's earned the send-off. I think that he's done so much for the sport and he's done so much for the promotion that him winning that fight, getting the BMF belt, riding off into the sunset would have been glorious. But nevertheless, the fight with him and Max was such a great way to go out. It wasn't as exciting as the early prelims and the prelims. I don't know if anybody was watching those, but me and my boy Danny Dimes were watching those. It was, I want to say, 10 finishes in a row in the knockout. I mean, in the prelims and the early prelims. And then we went to the main card, and it was like all decisions, pretty much. It was wild. But yeah, I agree. It was a beautiful fight indeed. Man, thank you. My boy Nathan said, thank you, Cody, for your music. Thank you so much, Nathan. I really appreciate you so much. You have taken the opportunity to say things before and now that mean so much to me. And it truly means more than I can express when people that listen to my music and that get something from it take that opportunity to tell me how it makes them feel. It really means a lot, and it really gives me the battery to keep going. So thank you so much for that. Make sure you guys keep listening to Giant Steps in Gate City on all streaming platforms, everywhere you go. And with that said, let's run into this event listings real quick. As we always say at the top of the event listings, every Sunday is Rap Night Manchester at the Shaskeet in Manchester, New Hampshire. They just celebrated their 12-year anniversary. That's right, that's 12 years of every single Sunday putting on for the New England hip-hop community. There's open ciphers as well as artist showcases. It's always $5 and it's 21 plus, hosted by DJ Myth, Sean Caliber, and I9. Also, every Thursday is the Laugh Attic at Strange Brew upstairs at Manchester, New Hampshire, the comedy open mic showcase hosted by previous Cody Central guest Danny P. You can find open micers, you can find regional and national touring acts, you can find first timers, you can find veterans, and you can find people just sitting there watching, looking for a laugh. It is one of the most important comedy residencies in the area, if not in the region. And so if you're looking for a place to catch a good laugh, or if you ever want to test the waters, every Thursday, the Laugh Attic at Strange Brew in Manchester. Now let's get into some more events. This Wednesday, July 23rd, Oakland hip-hop legends famous for tracks like 93 Till Infinity, Souls of Mischief make their way to Burlington, Vermont for a special night at Higher Ground. This Thursday, July 24th, catch New Hampshire-based guitarist and multi-instrumentalist Gary Smith performing live at Trenta and Wolfboro from 6 to 9 p.m. Saturday, July 26th, is the Street Power record release show featuring Colin of Arabia, the Mongoloids, and more at the Middle East Downstairs. This show was originally at Sonia. It sold out once. They moved it to the Middle East Downstairs to open up more tickets. It's almost sold out now. They just moved the doors earlier in the day to try and accommodate even more people. So make sure you lock in now to see some of these gnarly hardcore bands, old and new alike, and celebrate the upcoming release of Me Time by Street Power. Wednesday, July 30th, 2000s Brooklyn alternative indie rock giants TV on the Radio make their long-awaited return with a select run of shows stopping at Roadrunner in Boston, Massachusetts. Sunday, August 3rd, iconic hip-hop group De La Soul takes the stage at one of music's most notable gatherings, the Newport Jazz Fest in Newport, Rhode Island. Saturday, August 9th, legendary stand-up comedian Louis C.K. makes his way to Foxwoods for a special night of pure, raw comedy. Saturday, August 9th, That Motown Band performs hits from The Supremes, Marvin Gaye, The Temptations, Smokey Robinson, The Four Tops, and more at the Park Theater in Jaffrey, New Hampshire. Saturday, August 16th and Sunday, August 17th, legendary heavy Southern music icons Crowbar and I Hate God join together for a tour that fans have craved for years from the Titans of Low Tune. Saturday, August 16th sees the historic tour hit Portland, Maine for 2 shows, at least one of which is sold out, and then the next night on Sunday in Boston, Mass at the Brighton Music Hall. Thursday, August 21st, 1980s Portsmouth, New Hampshire punk rock natives The Queers embark upon a stop in historic Lowell, Mass at Taffeta Music Hall. Friday, August 22nd, iconic Massachusetts rock metal hybrid Cave-In celebrates 25 years of their album Jupiter with a full album performance at the Sinclair in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Also on Friday, August 22nd, Twin Peaks, A Conversation with the Stars at the Nashua Center for the Arts, featuring cast members and crew including Ray Wise, Kimmy Robertson, Harry Goaz, James Marshall, and executive producer Sabrina Sutherland from the iconic David Lynch production Twin Peaks to talk about the show, the revival, and everything around it. Friday, August 29th, American industrial legends Nine Inch Nails embark upon a huge tour, their first in a number of years, coming to the TD Garden. Saturday, August 30th is Hardcore Flea Volume 4 at Ralph's in Worcester, Massachusetts. It's free to attend. It's an outdoor vendor marketplace and live music. Oh, I should have mentioned before this, my apologies. Also on Friday, August 22nd is Cody Pope live at the Spot, 217 Main Street, Nashua, New Hampshire. All ages, doors at 7:30, music at 8:30. It's just me. I'm just performing by myself. I'm rapping songs old and new. I hope you'll come out and party. It's the weekend before my birthday, so come out and rock with us. If you are going to the Twin Peaks thing, go to our show first and then go to that after or something. I don't know what to tell you. It'll be worth it though. Okay, where were we? Thursday, September 11th, there's going to be a screening of High Fidelity at the Music Hall in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, followed by a live in-person Q&A with none other than John Cusack himself. Sunday, September 14th, Cody Pope and the Keyholders plus Bluntsworth are going to be live at Rap Night Manchester at the Shaskeen in Manchester, New Hampshire. Wednesday, September 17th, notably reclusive yet stellar MC Billy Woods takes stage at the Brighton Music Hall in Allston, Massachusetts. Late 80s New Jersey punk icons The Bouncing Souls will be at Royale in Boston, Massachusetts. Sunday, September 21st, there'll be a screening of the 4K re-release of the concert film Stop Making Sense from Talking Heads at the Cabot Theater in Beverly, Mass. followed by a live in-person Q&A with none other than Talking Heads guitarist Jerry Harrison. Thursday, September 25th, absolute punk rock legend Iggy Pop takes stage at Suffolk Downs and is joined by iconic 80s UK punk rock is joined by iconic 80s UK punk rock act The Sex Pistols, featuring mostly original lineup plus Frank Carter on vocals. Saturday, September 27th is Punk in the Park at the Palladium Outdoors in Worcester, Massachusetts, featuring Bad Religion, Pennywise, Comeback Kid, Face to Face, The Adolescents, and more. Wednesday, October 15th, 90s emo and indie rock giants Modest Mouse will take stage at MGM Music Hall at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. Saturday, October 18th is Al Baril Day at Roadrunner in Boston, Massachusetts. This is going to be an event to honor the legacy of Boston hardcore pioneer Al Baril of SSD Control, who recently passed away due to colon cancer. All proceeds from the show will benefit the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Nancy Baril actually just sent me a message recently from the SSD Control account, which was really cool, thanking us for promoting the show. And she said that they're going to be making all of the band announcements on that channel very soon. So head over there and make sure you follow them. Thursday, November 6th, late 70s punk icons GBH make their way to Allston, Mass. For a memorable night of raw and aggressive in-your-face punk at Brighton Music Hall. Saturday, December 6th, to celebrate the 70th birthday of New York hardcore legend Vinny Stigma, Agnostic Front have put together a night to remember at Irving Plaza in New York City, featuring Raw Brigade and Violent Way. And lastly, Saturday, December 13th is the Crazy Yearly Festival, formerly the Every Time I Die holiday show, now known as Blissmas. This year features Glassjaw, Saves the Day, Terror, Onyx, Haywire, and more. Tickets are on sale now, and that's at the Buffalo River Works in Buffalo, New York. As always, send your event listings for consideration to codycentralshow@gmail.com. Big shout out to Jen, who said we will be at your party. Thank you. I appreciate that. Speaking of that, just a heads up, let me throw this banner up here for you guys now. But if you are interested in coming to the show in Nashua on Friday, August 22nd, tickets are available now. You can get them by visiting www.cody-pope.com. You can just scroll down. You'll see an option to get tickets right there. Tickets are on sale for $10 up until the day before the show. The day of the show, it becomes $20. So if you want to save some money, get your tickets now. Visit cody-pope.com. Big shout out to everybody that's here tonight, man. I appreciate you guys. So as I mentioned, life got in the way and I didn't prepare, so I didn't have a guest. And so I opened the floor to you guys. So I am going to be taking your questions all night for as long as we're here. Anything that you guys want to talk about, drop a question. We're going to answer it. And I was really lucky to be joined by a friend of mine who I had plans with. So please welcome to the program, hanging out with me tonight for the duration, is my brother, fellow key holder, Axel Thrax Drums Bailey.
I gotta move the. Oh, I got that. Hi. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
How are you, man?
Good. I'm doing
Let
good.
me get up here. Oh,
We've been having a raucous night so far. Cheers to everybody else that's having a raucous night at home.
cheersies.
Yeah.
I'd just like to say one thing to start this off. That is a stacked agenda for the next like month or whatever. Like the 9 Inch Nails thing that piqued my interest. I was like, really?
Right.
We're like I just like read something about Trent Reznor in the first place, and that like there was going to be hints of a tour, and like obviously there is a tour. I'm like, wow, that's where was it? TD Bank?
TD Garden.
And I don't know, man. I might need to. I might need to look into it.
Want to go. Shout out to my brother Danny Dimes, who just jumped in the chat. Make sure you guys go like and subscribe. Dimes Productions after this. What up, brother? I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was letting everybody know at the top of the hour make sure to go to the Hellhound Publishing
Yep,
channel.
you got
check
some
out No
shout-outs,
Sugar
man.
Added. Chats. We've got Michelle and Ryan that both say, "What up, Axel?"
Hi guys.
Oh, I
Nanu.
I should give you the comments. Sorry.
I mean, I can see it from over here. I have this thing that I don't know if you know by now. It's called a phone.
So one of my favorite beers that I've found. So I found this at a show.
We're not sponsored, by the way.
I know we're not sponsored,
But-
by the way, but
But
I'm down though. I like your beer. So I was at a show in Lowell. You know the Evolutionists?
Yeah.
So the Evolutionist is Fee the Evolutionist and Ruby Shabazz, backed by like a jazz soul live band.
ooh, okay.
They're fantastic. But they played a show. Shout out to Jess. What up, Jess? They played a show in Lowell at this like cool like hippie jazz bar place, and it was like a lot of like fancy drinks that I like don't drink, but they had cloud candy there, and I fucking thought it was great.
You hold that up again.
And,
Hold that up again, like straight to the can. This.
Thought it was great, and then I would go to random places and I would like see it on the menu. So now it's like if I see it on the menu, I go. And then today we stopped at a store because we wanted to stop, and I saw it on the shelf for the first time, and I was like blown away.
That was a gamble.
Yeah,
That was a pure gamble because, unbeknownst to us, we did not get to see any of the prices because there were no prices.
yeah.
So even for my selection, I was like, I started realizing that there was zero noticeability for what we're about to embark into. So like we both took a gamble, and that was a very unique experience because I started realizing midway through, I'm like, oh, there's no, but like you picked that out of like random, and you like pinpointed that. I was like, I have to have that.
I love that. Just fucking shout out to Jess. She said they had cloud candy at the Wu-Tang show. Thought of you when I was
No
drinking
shit.
it. Like that, yeah, dude. This stuff, it's.
I feel so bad. I can't go to any of those, man. Like, I feel like I'm missing out on like history.
I feel you. I definitely get like I get FOMO of like missing certain big shows. Even like stuff that I like report on, I don't get to go to a lot of it, and it's like I like will tell myself I'm going to go to it.
Go to this one.
Exactly, and then something will happen. I gotta say, dude, big inspiration. Honestly, the homies Danny and Jess,
Yeah.
as you met at our show, they literally drive from Vermont to go and like support every artist.
Y'all the real
that,
ones.
like
Y'all the real
yeah,
ones.
They're like live music diehards.
Remember that the gorilla finger? That was ridiculous.
Oh man, Nate asked me what is my favorite hip hop singer. So
here we go.
So I definitely don't. So it would be really hard for me to pick one, right?
I mean, I have a couple.
I have like I have what I call like a short list of like the artists that I think are, so they're my favorite but not the best. And just so you guys know, I literally have this as a note because I get asked this a lot.
Word.
So my list of favorite hip hop artists of all time is Lord Finesse, Guru from Gangstar, Redman, Cool G Rap, Black Thought, Nipsey Hussle, and Jay-Z. That is like,
Is that in order?
I would say,
Or is
that's probably
that Jay-Z being one?
no. I would say Jay-Z is the least like
Okay.
I'm so the reason Jay-Z's on my list is because that was like one of my first concerts that I went to was the Hard Knock Life tour.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. And that was one of the first CDs that I got was
I had that. Get volume 2.
Yep.
No the fuck
Dude,
way, dude.
So
no way.
my mom got, and I'm sure you probably saw them too, Oh, he said, "Where the Southern rappers, dude."
Whoa!
No,
we're not
so-
discrediting any Southern rappers.
I understand that because I am a very large Southern rap advocate.
Luda.
I've read like the Pimp C
T.I.
book. I've read the DJ Screw book. I love UGK. I love Big Pokey. Rest in peace. Southern rap has been fundamentally inspirational to me, without a doubt. And so I'll take the why they weren't mentioned in my favorite rappers of all time. And I guess I would say that the reason they weren't in my favorite rappers of all time is because the artists I mentioned were earlier influences to get me into the culture. My taste and palette for Southern rap evolved after I was already a fan of hip hop, if that makes sense. Like, these were the things that put me onto it, and then I was able to expand and appreciate shit from there. But that was a great question. So shout out to Nate for asking that. I always love talking about like favorite artists and favorite records and all that kind of stuff. I don't know why the hell. Okay, there we go. That's fun. That makes sense. But you know what's funny is if you go in on some of my records, like when we did Meet Me in Gate City, we have a track that we like chopped and slowed, and I was hoping we would do like a whole chopped and screwed album at some point, and we just never found like the right DJ to do it. Pat said, "Cody, first show. I appreciate you having Axel on." Axel, what the fuck is up, bitch?
I just peace sign to him. What's up, Sat Pavage?
That's funny.
Good old Sat Pavage.
Well, thank you for jumping on and rocking with us. If you're a YouTuber, make sure you head over to Hellhound Publishing on YouTube and drop us a follow over there.
I have a question.
Okay.
What's your top 5 rock bands in general? Just rock bands, like classic rock, heavy rock, whatever. Not metal, but like just rock bands in general. And they don't even have to be in order. Just 5 that you normally go to. If you're not listening to rap or listening to hip hop, like what's your 5 go-tos for rock?
So rock, but not like heavy music rock. Is that
correct?
Kind of
yeah, and that can be alternative too.
Okay.
Just rock in general.
I would. Shout out to Dane. Appreciate our brother, the key holder Dane, up in the chat tonight. Man, shout out to Nate. He said, "Meet me in Gate City."
Meet me at the Gate City.
Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Meet Me in Gate City was Byron and I's first collaborative effort together. We spent like over almost like a year working on that album and really like honing our chemistry, and he fucking engineered it, produced it, mixed and mastered it, the whole 9. Wow. Like we did that whole thing at Vine Street. It was a crazy feat. My fiance did the photo for the covers, and then I like did the packaging layout and design shit. Like that was like a real Hellhound team effort right there. I have a lot of love for that album, so thank you for mentioning that, Nate. Rock. All right, so rock or alternative bands that I would go to. Alice in Chains is like one of my like all-time, never get sick of them bands ever. I'm just trying to think of like, I guess Deftones. I don't know. Is that like?
Oh yeah.
Deftones, another band that like I never get sick of. Big shout out to Fee the Evolutionist. We were just talking about the Evolutionists a little bit ago. What up? We were just talking about the whole band style and stuff like that. Michelle said, "I freaking love Alice in Chains." Yo, so So I guess we can talk about it now, actually, because even though we haven't really announced it, you can buy tickets for it technically. So Cody Pope and the Keyholders, which is my band with Axel
and Dane.
We're going to be doing an unplugged show at the spot where I'm doing my solo show. That show is going to be September 27th, and you can also buy tickets for that right now. It's going to be my first time ever doing an unplugged show with Cody Pope music. We're going to be doing like new percussion, new drum parts, acoustic guitar, acoustic bass, all sorts of stuff. It's going to be really cool, like rare interpretation of these songs, something that's just really soulful, really organic. And the reason that I've always wanted to do an unplugged show is because of the Alice in Chains MTV Unplugged. That concert like footage, or that like video footage,
I have that on vinyl.
That the music is marvelous, and the set design and like the video of it.
Oh, the candles and
the
leaves. Yeah.
It just like gives me goosebumps.
Even just to the way that Lane was laying or sitting in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
You know, that was his way of being in the moment for that. Like that's such a, that set is such a different set than most of what you see from like live events, because of like how Lane is like very eccentric and into the playing, that this one's like a very intimate one-on-one.
Yeah. So that Alice in Chains is like the biggest inspiration.
That could be its own segment, by the way.
So it's funny that we got into that.
Deftones being your second.
Deftones being my second.
White Pony, enough said.
Right. Dude, did you hear My Mind is a Mountain?
Yes, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
I want it now. I am this close to pre-ordering it because I'm a cuck.
Yeah.
I will absolutely throw them money.
Marvel.
I know they don't need money, they're Deftones, but I will absolutely pre-order their shit.
Man, yeah, they really are.
After Ohms? Have you listened to Ohms?
Oh yeah.
Dude, Pompeii, like I'm definitely wanting that next album. If it's the way that is gonna go, that's a whole other thing. But yes, Deftones.
Yeah. Man, it's so crazy because I really could like go on, but it's like so much is dictated by like the time that I'm in creatively, where it's like right now I'm watching. Nate said you and Ice-T should do a song together. Bro, I would absolutely 1,000% give anything to do a song with Ice-T.
Send it.
I would be thrilled to do a song with Ice-T. That would be so cool. Not a go-to band that I would put on that list, but a band that I was like that just came to mind, Mastodon.
Sick.
I love Mastodon. Like I remember like when Blood Mountain, I think, is the album that came out, and they've just gotten better and better and better. And dude, that the album out, it's killing me that I don't have the name of it on the top of my head. The one where Braun's sister had like passed away before. You know what I'm talking about?
I know nothing. I have a story about Mastodon that's probably gonna make you cringe.
Crack the Sky is the album.
Is it?
Yeah, Crack the Sky.
No, is that did that come out 25 years ago? There's an album that came out 25 years ago that they toured last year with Lamb of God. So my only story with Mastodon is a person from the outside looking in. I was never a listener of Mastodon because it never really passed anything, but I have listened to it. But they were on tour with Lamb of God last year, They were each doing the 25th anniversary of each album. I forgot what Mastodon was playing, but
I wonder if it was Blood Mountain.
Lamb of God was doing Ashes of a Wake album, the 25th anniversary, which would be last year, and then Mastodon was doing whatever album they were doing. So like, unfortunately, like I'm not like the biggest huge fan or whatever. So this is like completely from a third person perspective. So I went there, and obviously Lamb of God was great, but Mastodon, I watched Mastodon's first like whole entire set, and they are not just metal, but they are like so ethereally what is it, like morphing. They would morph into prog or morph into rock.
Pat Savage said Leviathan. I bet.
Yes. It might have been Leviathan. Actually, it was a lot of like water stuff.
Yeah, because I want to say Leviathan probably came out before Blood Mountain, if that's even fucking out. Man, thank you to Nate. Nate said that I'm his favorite hip hop singer. That means so much to me. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
But that's my Mastodon thing. That like I was kind of enthralled with that whole album, and yes to anybody liking that stuff. That is a very an amazing metal orchestration.
Dude, I got a totally offbeat question. Of course, my boy Ryan's going to challenge me, and he said bat question. So for anybody that doesn't know, growing up my whole life, I've been like a huge Batman fan. I like had like a friggin' speech development problem as a kid, and I was able to use like Batman books and comics to like read on video camera and like do what I had to do to get into school. And like I've just always had Batman in my life, so that comes up often. And so Ryan said, who is your favorite Robin? This is so tough for so many reasons.
Gee Willikers, Batman.
And it's like my favorite Robin is like almost like my favorite band, right? Because it's like the mood that I'm in life, where it's like if things are going real bad in life, I might be more of like a Jason Todd kind of like, I'm the Robin that got screwed over and I'm like almost beat to death, and I'm coming back to take everything. But then there's other times where it's like, sometimes I just like the Grayson family story. I just like the idea of Dick being the guy to like keep his family name alive and like put his skills to a purpose. And so they all kind of serve a purpose. Yeah, Michelle said Nightwing, so that's exactly. Shout out to that too. And then there's times where Damian has his moments. I don't always approve of what Damian does, but I think that Damian is like a good challenge for Bruce, and so there's some positives there. Big shout out to my boy Danny from Schoolyard Pro, first sponsor of Cody Central. What up, brother? I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody jumping in the AMA tonight. Ask me literally anything you guys want to talk about. But yeah.
You have 3 left.
I have to pick 5?
Yeah, I told you 5.
Oh, okay.
Or
so
I asked you 5.
Steve jumped in. Remission, Leviathan, Blood Mountain. So it must have been Remission.
I mean, whatever the 25th anniversary of 2024, so whatever.
So
2004
or 2000.
2004 was.
Oh, the 20th anniversary?
It did 20. So okay, so yeah, 20th anniversary then. Either which way. I don't know what album it was. It was
basically chat agrees that Mastodon's fucking.
I mean, just look it up. Last year,
Crack the Sky is the album I was thinking about earlier.
It might have been Leviathan because there was a lot of like water stuff.
Shout out to Mandy who just jumped in the chat too. What up, Mandy?
But either which way, Mastodon is some of the best metal bands I've seen in the past like 10 years. Like, absolutely highly recommended
Yeah.
to anybody.
They're just like phenomenal musicians, and they put so much thought and care into every aspect of their recordings and their live performance.
Right.
It's just like an attention to detail that is not paralleled by a ton of other bands.
Actually, no. So then you have two more.
Two more what?
Two
more Robins?
No, five rock bands.
Oh, rock bands?
I'm gonna keep bringing you back until it's done.
Oh my god!
Until there's more questions. We want more questions. More questions.
So what did I? All right. What did I say? I said Alice in Chains.
We must construct more questions.
All right. I gotta remember what I said.
You did Alice in Chains, Deftones, Mastodon. That's why we're talking.
I wouldn't put Mastodon on that.
We were talking about Mastodon for a reason, right?
Well, yeah. I basically.
Was that another question?
No, I was just saying that Mastodon is a band that I'll go to, but I wouldn't put them on like my top 5 rock bands.
Oh, so then I was completely wrong.
Right. Shout out to Steve. He said it was called the Ashes of Leviathan tour.
100% Leviathan, Steve.
Yep. So
that's
big shout out to Steve.
That's our Steve. That's Stone Shadows guitarist.
Oh hell yeah! Shout out to Stone Shadows, by the way. Yeah, show that shit off. I got that in the background at the studio for the homies. Yo, System of a Down is incredible. Absolutely.
So what? So then, yeah, you got 3 left. Then.
No, I don't see. That's another tough one where it's like I don't know if I would put that at. So my buddy asked me.
Ashes of Leviathan.
My buddy goes, "Are you at the studio?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm on the podcast live right now."
Live.
Nate said my Facebook story right now is Cody Pope Byron G song "Let It Grow." Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. "Let It Grow" is from the Renaissance Park EP that we did, and we played that as the band.
Yep.
That was really cool. I'm excited to keep building. I think that's going to do well at the. We'll probably do "Let It Grow" at the Unplugged show.
We absolutely can.
Shout out to Keith who just jumped in the chat as well. I'm going through I'm using my Spotify here because I want to give you like honest like who I'm listening to, and it's sad how much hardcore and rap I listen to in my life, honestly, dude. It's pretty dude, I wanted to say this right off the rip, and I don't know why. The first band I was going to mention that we were talking about all day before we even turned cameras on, Incubus.
Incubus
is like,
fucking
dude, I still play Make Yourself to this day.
Yep.
Incubus is like one of my go-to just like bands that makes me feel like, oh, like it's cool.
Literally listening to that an hour ago.
Yeah, we were literally jamming "Make Yourself," and I was giving my spiel about how great I think they are.
It really is. And even to further that, you said like "Make Yourself" is kind of like the go-to for that, and I 100%.
Absolutely
may not be my favorite, but it is 100% a flawless album from them. There's no bad song from that.
One of my, and it's tough because some people might classify it as punk, some people might classify it as indie rock, some people might classify it as whatever, but one of my favorite bands that I think defies genre and defies like whatever, but would probably sit in a rock subcategory, best musical group of all time, Fugazi. I would put Fugazi as like the number one on any list of any music that I make ever, anytime in my life.
Ask me how many times I've heard Waiting Room covered just this year.
Yeah.
Ask me.
And
5 times.
Man, there's like there's a lot of choice cuts that I could really put in this spot. I'm afraid to say this last one. I hope you guys will let me speak on this a bit, all right? So, years ago, a buddy of mine had bought tickets.
Oh, it's Backstreet Boys. I know it.
No. A buddy of mine years ago had bought tickets to a show, and he basically hit me up like that day and was like, "You want to go to this show with me? It's at the Songus Arena. I got you a ticket." Da 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 da. And I was like, "I'm down." Like, it was just music. Like, I was like, "Whatever, it's cool." It was a Thrice show.
Okay.
But opening for Thrice was Me Without You, who I love, and Brand New. Brand New put on the best live music experience I've ever seen in my life. I kid you not, dude. It was surreal. They had 2 drummers, 3 guitar players, 2 bass players, a pianist. Like, it was insane, dude. The show,
like a whole setup.
Yeah, it was unreal. They blew the band before them and after them out of the water. And I love Me Without You, but Brand New was one of the best bands, was the best live show I've ever been to. And that show turned me into such a fan that I like went back to their catalog. And so like I still listen to The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me. I still listen to science fiction. I have science fiction is probably right next to you on vinyl, I bet, or it's in that box. But
no, it's the
wrong side.
I just mean like in that pile.
Oh, in this pile. Cool. There's a lot over here.
And I know that people have different feelings about Brand New nowadays, and I'm not going to try and like argue with people on how they feel about that shit. I will just say, from a purely musical standpoint, there is few and far between a band that compares to Brand New.
That's why I miss in a matter of sense, it's why I miss the Lost Prophets. But obvious reasons.
Woo, your boy, he said, "All right, we're getting wild."
You know, you're not going to get another Lost Prophets. Obviously, that's just not going to happen. So, there's artistic separation, not for that, but like we even had that. We were just having that conversation too.
Yeah.
Like, X person does X thing, and you're like, do I really want to follow this anymore because of X reason? So yeah. To be perfectly honest, I haven't listened to Lost Prophets since.
Yeah.
But I do remember them being good.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah. Mandy in the chat just said Last Train Home. I was about to say, was it Shinobi versus Dragon?
Versus the Dragon or something? Yeah.
Like, they had joints, dude. Like,
not gonna lie, early stuff was great.
Sucks they couldn't get a new singer.
And
like,
yeah. But yeah, so there's certain bands from like earlier that had a certain vibe that, you know, didn't really carry into 10 years past that, for many different reasons, just because it was the way back then, or the sound back then.
Pat said that he didn't know anything about the sitch with Brand New until this year. I feel like, and I obviously
it's been a while.
Obviously, as you guys know, I am super biased because I love this band. But from everything that I took in at the time that this all happened, in the scheme of everything else that was going on in the world, was it acceptable behavior? Absolutely not. Did the guy own up to it and like go and get help? Yes. Was it something that was like, I don't know. I don't know what to say, because it's like, it wasn't right, obviously. But I just think that like, unless there's something that I don't know, a lot of it was like these like fucked up MySpace like interactions and stuff like that, and like conversations that were inappropriate, which like I said is obviously not okay.
I mean, Ronnie Radke has been talking about the same shit too, about different areas too, and like he gets silenced too. There's many different things for that not to be known until people know about it.
Yeah.
By the time it trickles down, so like I didn't hear about the Brand New stuff being mainstream until maybe recently, but like that stuff has been a thing for like quite a while.
Yeah.
And it's just as of recently that any of those people have been like advocating for that.
I bought,
Thankfully.
Before science fiction came out, they had started their own label called Procrastinate Music Traders, and science fiction, I believe, was like, if not the first, one of the first records that they were putting out themselves. So I pre-ordered the album. So me and my fiance both got a copy of the album on vinyl in the mail.
Oh, wicked cool.
And we were like expecting to like go see them on tour. And it was like within like 6 months or something like that of that album coming out, all of this stuff happened. Jen asked, what is Nate's last name? Keith was asking. If you're talking about our homie in the chat, that's Nate Fuller. Shout out to Nate. We love Nate. That's our homie. I think he's on Facebook and you're on YouTube, so maybe that's why you guys don't see each other.
Maybe. Because, the two platforms can't see each other, can they?
I don't think so.
No.
I see everybody, luckily. Pat doesn't read news or keep up with band history and pop culture. I don't blame you.
I mean, there's too much.
If I had other things in my life to live for besides music and art, I'd probably feel the same way too. But I have a fiance, a cat, and an obsessive desire to consume art at all costs.
And then the cat takes up at least 50% of your life.
Exactly. It's pretty much cat, fiance, and stuff I collect.
Yeah. Music just happens to fall in line.
I just make time to be a musician sometimes.
Listen,
you guys got to ask us some other questions because we're gonna.
I'm just gonna be the one asking questions.
We're gonna get fucking canceled if we keep talking about brand new.
I know, like I was only bringing awareness, but like obviously, but like for rock bands or whatever, at least, or no, actually no, I'll switch it. I'll switch it since we're.
Is no one asking any questions?
Hip hop artists for me.
Thank you for being here, Nate.
Hip hop artists for me would be a little eclectic, and they're not in any way like inspirational, but it would be like what I can think of off the top of my head. For me, most of it would be Eminem being one of them. Eminem has to be one of them.
I can understand that.
Not for any other reason than just because of how comical he is.
Yeah.
And how he presents his rhymes, his beats, his poetic, and I like his cadence more than who he's talking about, like how he's delivering it.
Yeah.
Another one would be Deltron.
Oh hell yeah.
3030. Like, dude, for some weird reason, his nerdism within his hip hop kind of fits what he's talking about. Like even his like little inserts of like going in between different personas while rapping too kind of fits too. Like the virus as well. Like a lot of like prolific stuff too.
Yeah.
You know, going beyond what you're trying to talk about. So Gorillaz was kind of like how I learned about him too.
Oh, so we got two questions on the board.
Okay, here we go.
One for me and one for you. So Jennifer asked me, "What's your favorite movie?" So it's really I have a unnatural affinity to movies of like the whole gamut. I've watched movies that go from like the 1800s all the way to like I still go to the movie theaters and watch stuff that comes out now. So what I will do, hell yeah, excuse me, I got 4 movies that I consider my favorite movies. These are movies I've watched probably a zillion times. I have the posters for them up in my living room. Excuse me, gosh, it's the cloud candy. So my 4 favorite movies, the first one is Breathless. Breathless is a movie from the 1960s. It's a French movie. It was directed by Jean-Luc Godard. It's considered one of the early pioneers of French New Wave. I just think it's a really cool story. The way that they filmed the movie was really cool. It's super fast paced. The characters are like, the lead character is super smug and has this wild attitude, and the way that he interacts with the other characters is just like baffling at times. There's just so much to it. They filmed on like real Paris streets with no permits, just kind of like guerrilla style, and I just think that is so cool. So Breathless has been a big inspiration to me. Clerks by Kevin Smith is absolutely like the top of my favorite movies list for sure. Kevin Smith has been a tremendous influence on me. I've gone to countless events to like see his movies live or go to his pop-up events or whatever, reading his books, collecting stuff from View Askew. Kevin Smith really gave me a different perspective on how to approach doing art in ways that you could like be independent and like maintain your integrity and stuff. So Clerks is definitely up there on that list for me. Batman Mask of the Phantasm is a tremendously influential movie on me. This was like one of the first movies that I like gravitated to when I was younger, and just everything about it, I just thought that it encompassed the animated universe so well. It introduced a new character so well. The style of it was great. Everything about it was just phenomenal. And rewatching it to this day, it's like seldom is there a animated feature that compares to it. And lastly, on the same line of animated features, Akira. Akira from 1988 is a Japanese movie that basically changed the entire global climate of anime on a huge scale. Akira is it introduced new colors. They literally created colors to make this movie by mixing paints and mixing Pantones and stuff. The action direction in it is phenomenal. The story is unreal. I've probably watched Akira in different formats close to 20 plus times. I've seen it on 35 millimeter. I've seen it on digital in theaters. I have a DVD of it. I've seen it on VHS. I have a 4K Blu-ray.
Dude, the only other movie that is even substantially close to Akira is Ghost in the Shell. There's no other anime that comes anywhere as close to that.
And one other movie I should add, speaking of like, it's not an anime but animated, the movie that I probably watched the most in my life as a child that I still like hold a fondness for today is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I would literally, my parents would put the VHS on and just sit me there, and I would watch it on repeat because it was just so fascinating to me.
To have like cartoons and regular people,
and I had like a Roger Rabbit doll that I still have to this day. I like that, like it was like the same one I had.
Yeah.
And just that transition of like characters coming into the real world and real people going into Toontown and all of that, like just unparalleled. So hopefully that gave you some insight on some of my favorite movies: Breathless, Clerks, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, and Akira.
Yeah, I heard
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I heard Clerks. That's phenomenal work for an indie artist. Like Kevin is such friggin' genius.
What he's done with that situation, that circumstance, if you like know the history
from drawing flies to Mallrats, Chasing Amy, all that stuff. Not a lot of people have seen Drawing Flies either, too. That like his journey to actually being a professional director, like he really worked on it and focused on like not even just on the professionalism of scripting, but just the chemistry
and just
of
taking the
everybody.
risk on himself.
Yeah.
Ooh, my buddy Ryan said, I hold the original Vampire Hunter D in close second to Akira. I can rock with that.
Okay.
Vampire Hunter D, the original, and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust are both pretty fantastic. And Mandy says, so you gotta love Space Jam too. And I absolutely love Space Jam. Shout out to my brother Bluntsworth MC up in the spot. I see you.
So apparently I got a question too.
Yeah, let me get to that. But let me just tell you. So I love Space Jam. Funny story about Space Jam and why you should support physical media is Easter most years. If I got anything, it would be like a little basket with some candy and shit in it. You know what I mean? And it was like, hey, fucking Easter's here. Cool. Like, enjoy. Yo, the year that Space Jam came out, I got the Space Jam clamshell VHS in my Easter basket. I never felt like more of a god in my life, dude. I was like, I hold the stone. Nothing can break me. I am invincible. I own this movie. And yeah, the worst thing they ever did was not remake it, but reboot it. And I haven't even watched it. I couldn't give a fuck.
That's the perfect response.
That's how I feel about that.
Let me guess. Is it because there's one particular person that's not in it?
It's not even that he's not in it. It's just that it's like there was just no like I don't want to take anything away from LeBron. LeBron's like an incredible basketball player, phenomenal athlete, whatever. Like he's done what he's done. But it's like, yo, just if you wanted to make a LeBron movie, just make a
LeBron movie.
Make a LeBron movie. Don't take Space Jam and just put a bunch of level bullshit.
Michael
like
in Jordan in it. Has Michael in
Jordan.
Jordan.
Like the animators too, and like the licensing and like the things that like the way they animated it was all different. Like the new Space Jam, just from like watching the trailers, you can see that it's like digitally animated in a way that is like just kind of like gross. Like it just feels very like when you like blow
Modern.
something up and it's not like tight and like it's, I don't know. I just like not a fan. Let me get to some questions though. Axel, this one is for you. It's from our boy Nate. He said, what I think it was, what was your first hip hop show that you saw?
What was your one hip hop show that you saw?
So I think that's what was your first hip hop show that you saw?
First?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of, well, actually, no. I do have one. Yeah, duh. This dates me a lot, actually. This was, 2006. It was it was a ICP tour. Ha ha ha. It was a Juggalo thing. That, because, I don't know if anybody knows about my past or whatever. If you know, you know.
We live in Nashua.
So,
like everybody was a
you would think. So, 2006, Worcester Palladium, it was Boondocks' first tour ever. So it was like, what was it? Subnoise Soldiers, Wolfpack opened Subnoise Soldiers, which was KMK with Dirtball and a couple other people. They did their thing, and then it was Boondocks and then ICP. But I remember distinctly trying to go to the bathroom and like everything, like my shoe almost like stuck to the floor. It was so sticky. I'm not even using that as a joke, that like it was considerably more and more harder to work towards to go to the bathroom. But I remember also distinctly that there was no fog machines from ICP or anybody, no fog machines. But the amount of blunt smoke from the stage or from elsewhere considerably made the fog machine. And like oh, there was smoke everywhere. Like there was, like, you could barely see certain people. It was so thick. By the time ICP came on, like no one cared. again, this is mid 2000s kids, whoever watching out, if you're not even like 30 yet or whatever, there was a point in time in certain areas where you could smoke and no one cared. And when you went to certain hip hop or even metal, especially metal, whatever, you can sneak that in. Now you can't do that anymore. Don't do that. You can't do that.
Pantera merch used to literally just be pot leaves.
But yeah, man, it was different. It was different back then, where you were considerably more cooler if you came in with stuff. But like my first experience with hip hop being that, I didn't expect. I thought it was gonna be like a mosh pit or whatever. Like obviously I'm a rocker, but like the theatrics from that was way more than the what they were doing, way more than they were rapping or whatever. Like they would like shoot like Faygo bottles out. Like it's ridiculous. Like ICP concerts are exactly that. You can pull up any footage, even from now, even recently, because they're on tour right now too. That their stage presence is still the same.
They're wild, dude. They're like 30 years in.
Almost 40 years in. Because they've been doing it since Inner City in like late 80s. But that's my first like hip hop experience. Like again, like I'm not advocating for anything, but that was a wild experience, and you probably won't get that ever again.
Right.
From anywhere else.
You may have some input on this next one. I'm going to try and answer this one too. This is from Steve. Shout out to Steve. He said,
Oh, yeah.
He said, how do you feel your best songs are written? Are they because you plan to write a banger, or did the best ones just happen? So, in my experience, I would say I've never really planned to write a banger necessarily, but there are times where, in my craft, I do like vocals and lyrics. So I'm inspired to write pretty frequently because of just life and time and hearing sounds and stuff like that. So I'm always writing. So there are a lot of times where I will write stuff to no music. I'll just have music in my head and I'll write a song just out of thin air. But then there are times where, because I don't produce my own beats, a producer will give me a beat and I'll just completely it'll come over me like a wave, and I'll just start writing and like pouring something out because the instruments just like pulled this out of me. Yeah. And so I don't think I've ever like gone into something being like, oh, this is gonna be the one, like this is gonna be the one people fucking gravitate to. But I think I definitely just like have a feeling of which ones are special, and I'm okay with holding on to them. So people that get to know me or know my catalog will realize that like for example, like on Giant Steps, the album that I've been hoping you guys will go listen to across all streaming platforms, Giant Steps and Gate City, Cody Pope and Byron G.
Shameless promo.
There are a couple songs on here, I would say at least like 3 or 4, if not more songs that lyrically I had written probably like before the pandemic.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
And even like Meet Me in Gate City is largely comprised of songs that I had written in the 2010s that never came out for one reason or another. And it was just like divine intervention that Byron had this catalog of music or this like soundscape of production for me that made these songs worth like fixing and rewriting and stuff.
So you were already invested as a songwriter, that you're already intellectually like already invested like lyrically with what he was already putting out.
Yeah, like he was sending me beats, and I was like, oh, I have a song that like has been waiting for a fucking canvas like this, basically. Like the reason it probably didn't come out before was because that probably just wasn't the right song, and the producer probably knew it, and I wasn't in the right place to put it out. And so that's my, we live in this time period right now where everything is so instantaneous, and people can record a song tonight and mix it and put it out tomorrow and da 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 da. But I really think that the true test of a song is like if you can sit on it and like say like you and me work on a song tonight, right? We come up with this banger, and then tomorrow we come back, we work on it some more, and we finish the whole thing up, and it's sick. Now, if we sit on that for like 3 months and come back to it, is it still sick? Or does it sound like it's influenced by something that was popular right now? Okay. Does it sound like something that we was like catching a wave on YouTube and we were like, oh, I wonder if we could, you know what I mean? Like the key to making timeless music is being able to go back to older shit and feel
and
like
still feel the same way. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just like trying not to talk about things that are too topical all the time.
I mean, when it comes to lyrical area, it's different on the genre, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess in the case of let's say Where Shadows is, or whatever, the groove rock of stuff. There's many different facets of pull from blues, metal, rock, whatever. So like it kind of depends on the mood from the lead singer to come up with what they think fits in that little mold. So I guess, and like it doesn't matter if like political or not. Like if you have a voice, you have a voice. But like when it comes to, at least for me and my endeavors, I've had half and half. Like I've had improv stuff that has molded into songs. I've also like, you know, like what we were talking about was like I'll in my endeavors have gone into different places and like worked on certain songs for weekends. So these are the 3 songs we're gonna write, figure out, and how to do it. That like I've done both. Neither are better or worse than the other ones. It's a vibe really from where you're gonna get from writing an actual song or coming up with one in a jam. But the idea is the same though, is as what you said, like whatever you're feeling in that moment for that song, does it match the same way if you come back to it a little bit later? Does it sound thin? Does it sound copied? Does it sound watered down? Were we rushing? Were we trying too hard or whatever? It's always good to come back to stuff. So like all of those are things to do. But like for me, as long as people are competent in the songwriting process, no matter what area you want to go to, helps facilitate it to become the best that it can be. Because you can come up with any type of song, but like either or has a finesse that you want to capitalize on. So that's my 2 cents.
I love it, dude. Dude, Ryan said Roger Rabbit movies move the lamp concept sticks with me to this day.
Or the steamrolling scene.
Yeah.
Like how do you put characters in that?
Mandy said my son used to be obsessed with all the Space Jams, so I had no choice regardless.
I mean, you could have had a worse choice.
Right.
Like Space Jam's pretty good. So.
Danny said Boondock Saints and RoboCop are some of his favorites. Those are great choices, dude. Okay.
Oh, did you hear?
Shout out to my brother A Bizza up in the chat. Yow! Nate dropped another question for both of us. I'll let you answer first. That was shout out Bizza. Let me pull it.
Oh no, really?
He said, What are your 3 hip hop albums of all time?
Ooh.
Man.
Ooh. Wow.
That's tough.
Okay.
Shout out to the Bizza love in the chat too.
Jeez. Okay, so one that I know through and through, without even hesitation, it is Twisted's Green Book.
Okay.
I am a different cat when it comes to that. Like from front to back, that is a perfect album. Monoxide and Jamie Madrox are like some of the most different duo that you'll ever hear in rap. Another honorable mention is Mirror Mirror or Freak Show or Most Tasteless. But like that era of the late 90s, early 2000s Twisted was like some of the best for me. And I do wholeheartedly believe that Green Book is like their top zenith of the early 2000s. And I think they poured last year, like the 25th anniversary or 24th, whatever anniversary of that album. I think it was this year, either which way. That holds so much nostalgia. E40 is on that. Blazy Bone is on that. Like, there's so it's just so eclectic for back then that it just fits. And it's the Green Book for a reason. We can make your own assumptions on what the Green Book means, but even they have their own descriptions of it. So like, that's my first one. Second one, I want to say, yeah, Immortal Techniques Revolution Volume 1. Like, you can go F yourself on that shit. Like, if you have any problem with anything that he says, you're just gonna be offended from first song to last song. Like, I'm also obnoxious, and again, that's another song on there, Obnoxious. But like, he's also that, advocate for realism when it comes to rap. And I feel as Immortal Technique is like that person that if you're not ready for real rap or real political rap, it's not your avenue to firstly go into. But he's been in the game since like late 90s. It's nothing new. Like, the dude's an old head. Like Jedi Mind Tricks, old head. Like, Atmosphere, old head. Atmosphere is another fucking honorable mention. If y'all don't know about Atmosphere, get the fuck hit, dude.
Straight up.
That's some of the best fucking conscious rap ever, like Mos Def or like Farside. MF Doom. I'll even go into the next one. Like MF Doom. What?
This is Obnoxious is on the second one.
Oh, it's on the second one. Either which way, I'll include Volume 2. Like, Revolutionary is kind of like its own thing. But yes, you are right. It's on Volume 2. But Peruvian cocaine tells you the whole entire story of your government. Like what Rage Against the Machine did for political rock, Mortal Technique did for like political rap. If that makes any sense. Like, blew the doors open. And the third one, if I were to go freaking anywhere outside of my norm, I think even to that effect, maybe even Blueprint Volume 2, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, as a old school thing, what I got into rap during like the mid to late 90s because of my upbringing, and that was one of the first ones that, besides like Eminem's first album and all that stuff, that like Hard Knock Life was very different than Blueprint. Like, it had its own thing. Like, Hard Knock was like its own thing that I thought he was going to continue it. It was only 2, right?
I think so, yeah.
He never went back to that. Like,
so they did Volume 3, but Volume 3 is The Life and Times of S. Carter.
Sure.
So
sure, because of the plot, but yeah. But that held a lot of merit for me. Like, when I was going to school, that a lot of people were listening to that album on repeat. So there's my 3 albums.
I like those, dude. Those are good calls. So this was really tough. I was like trying to think about it and like listening to why certain things like made your favorite, kind of like give me some inspiration too. I would say and these aren't like it's hard to like qualify these like
I
in an
know.
order. But if I just had to pick 3 favorites,
That's what I did.
one would be The Awakening from Lord Finesse. I feel like that is that is like the template of balancing rhymes and thoughtfulness, where Lord Finesse drops these like super unique rhyme patterns and styles, and he's also saying things simply in the most clever way, where it's like you would have to be overthinking it to like miss it. And so the style altogether just really lends to like if like an alien got off a spaceship and it was my job to introduce them to like hip hop, that would be the album I think would be like the best representation of hip hop across the board. I just think the sequencing of it is great. His rhyme delivery is great. His production is great on it. Business said Actual Facts is one of my all-time favorite tracks from Finesse. That beat is such a huge influence on a lot of Michael Lear stuff. Same. Dude, like some of the first raps that I did as like Cody Pope were me, like I rapped on Lord Finesse Check the Method. That is like one of the first Cody Pope songs that exists in the ether. And his like versatility where he could produce and DJ and rap and like curate and cultivate a project like that, I just think was like unreal. Shout out to Dina. Appreciate you tuning in, Dina. She said, thank you for making doing dishes more pleasant. Enjoying the conversation.
Hi, Dina.
Big shout out to our chat. Our chat has made this conversation great tonight. So Lord Finesse, The Awakening, first favorite hip hop album. Second favorite hip hop album would be Full Clip from Gangstar. It's technically a compilation project,
Right,
but it has a personal place to me because that was like, so when I talk about like Criterion shit, I say blind buy a lot.
Yeah.
Which is literally just buying something that looks cool. And I used to do that as a kid at the record store too. And I bought Full Clip when it came out, or like shortly after it came out, as like a blind buy. I just saw the case and the cover, and I just was like, this looks so sick. Like, what is this? And I bought it and listened to it, and the storytelling was just unparalleled. The Guru's delivery of the vocals, the thoughtfulness that DJ Premier put into the beats and the transitions and the cuts, and
it was its own thing.
Finding things to cut for the chorus, like, was just crazy. That whole and what it does is, listening to that Full Clip makes you learn like, oh, this is a compilation. So then you go back and you find these projects and the level of cohesiveness on each of these projects.
I think its own entity of different other, like it's like different other projects within projects.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I got one more and a honorable mention, but I feel like I should mention that even the burps on these taste good. I keep having to burp.
What's it called?
Cloud Candy.
Cloud Candy, please sponsor me.
Michelle said, good night, guys. I have work early in the morning. Great job to the both of you. Thank you so much for jumping in and making the chat what it was tonight. Appreciate you being here. Much love. Oh, okay. Third hip-hop album.
Yep.
Docs the Name 2000 by Redman. When I saw that album for the first time, that the cover art just blew me away. It's like this like 3D generated cartoon of Redman in New Jersey, and I just had never seen anything like that. And my boy bought it from Newbury Comics, and we went to his house and listened to it. And Redman, just like, nobody raps like Redman.
No one.
And the way that he like carries the characters in the songs.
You know,
and,
we're
tells
not.
the story.
You know, what we're not taught how we have not talked about, but it's in the. But you talking about Redman is in the ethos of. We haven't. None of us, neither of us, has even said anything about 36 Strings. And Redman is such a great induction with that because Method Man, right?
Yeah.
And Redman's early stuff is just insane.
Nate asked if both of us were NWA fans. I think it's safe to say yes. Like,
I mean, yeah.
NWA to me is like more of like a cultural moment.
Like,
it's
we're
like
not mentioning it because it is great.
It's like, yeah, it's a part of history where like their catalog is so small that obviously it has such a huge impact. But it's like I don't like go back and listen to NWA as often as I do like a lot of the other stuff we're talking about. But I definitely would say that I'm like a fan. I think like their output was tremendous, and the impact that it had will be unparalleled for time to come, without a doubt. Yeah.
But dude, Redman's candor is way more sophisticated, kind of like how Method Man is, and I think that's like how they both generated their own like charisma. Is you're very right to say that because like it makes them stand out with a lot of rappers.
My honorable mention for that too is How I Got Over by The Roots. If you ever listen to that album, the musicianship is unreal. They brought in like people from folk groups and different genres of music to really contribute like unique stuff. Storytelling is top notch even for a Roots album. It's got so many like memorable songs on it. That's just like one of those ones that'll give you chills. Is How I Got Over by The Roots. Business said I've been playing a bunch of Easy and Ren stuff lately, honestly. Nate asked Ice-T or Ice Cube. Damn, that's hard. It's hard to pick.
Ice Cube.
Okay.
For me, yeah, Ice Cube.
So I think it's tough. Musically, I think I'm more Ice-T.
Yeah.
But I think that I feel like Ice Cube has more notable output, if that makes sense. Like I would recognize The Predator before I would recognize like an Ice-T album. But
or anything with
but I like Ice-T's output better, even though I like Ice Cube's like work ethic better.
Ice-T is a little bit more punk.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, and no shame on either or sides of the fence. Like I get the same enjoyment watching him with Body Count than as I do with Ice Cube as well. It's just like if I have to choose, I like the delivery from Ice Cube a little bit more. It's more like he's very like if he was like punching you, it's like just a bunch of like jabs, like but like his old school delivery matches his I don't fucking care isms, and like I think that's what like carried his most like 90isms after NWA, that like he made his name for himself doing crazy stuff. I guess throwing baseball bats, the studio. The studio execs asking for money that he rightfully needed.
Everlast started out in the Rhyme Syndicate. Oddly enough, I think Finesse was briefly part of that too.
House of Pain.
I didn't know that.
House of Pain, Everlast. That's where DJ Lethal started too.
But I didn't realize Lord Finesse was part of Rhyme Syndicate either. That's like an interesting parallel how they all were like moving along the same trajectory.
Like when even on the other side of everything is like Sonny Moore going from first to last to being Skrillex and a heavily produced dance music area of dubstep. Like when you listen to both areas, like when you listen to Skrillex's first album and you listen to From First to Last, there you don't see the similarities at all. But like when you listen to both, you get the split of like why he did Screamo first, and then he did because he also brought a lot of his stuff into dubstep too. There's a lot of upbringing that certain artists do. I don't know.
Right,
What do you think, chat?
Chat, do you guys have any? So it's getting hot as balls in here because I didn't turn on the AC.
Good job.
And yep. And this has been a really great episode so far, but I can see people tapping out, so we're gonna wrap this thing up pretty soon. I would say if you guys got any more questions in the next like minute or two, we will answer them. In the meantime, I would just like to remind you guys that I have my first solo show coming up in
Where
at the Spot, 217 Main Street, Nashua, New Hampshire. Tickets are available right now at cody-pope.com. I just dropped that in the chat for you guys as well. Ryan said longest running Cody Central stream. I don't know if that's the case though.
I doubt that.
I think we've actually gone longer, believe it or not.
There's no way.
I'm gonna check right now.
There's no way.
I'm checking the facts, but I think we've done. I almost think that we've cracked the 2-hour mark before. Dina said, I really like Taylor Goyette music. Rapper, he has some cool songs. I'll have to check him out. I'm not too familiar with him. Where is...
People should be listening to Six Minds Combined.
Six Minds Combined.
Six Minds Combined.
Oh,
check him out.
All right. Bizla said, I got in here late, so if someone asked this already, my bad. Is there anything you grew up on that you went back to and didn't feel the same? And do you have any examples?
Yes. The Pokemon first movie soundtrack. I bought that. With my own money. 1999. Pokemon first movie. It happened in 99. Whatever. That, like, I listen to it now, and there's major regrets. Every single song, I'm like, how did I like... Except for the last song. The last song is a very, touching song, and that's like a worldly song that even today is still relevant. But other than that one song, the rest of it is superficial as hell.
Dude, Ryan, this is not even close to our longest stream. So, Ryan, because I'm sure you were there for the diehards. So when I started this podcast, it was called No Sugar Added, like the song. And after doing like 2 episodes, I realized that there was like 100 podcasts that had some variation of that name. So then I got frustrated, and that's when we decided to do Cody Central. But so there's an episode 0 and an episode 1 of No Sugar Added.
Yeah.
And episode 1 of No Sugar Added went on for 2 hours and 52 minutes.
Damn near 3.
So we're not even close to that. There was also...
That's a lot.
I did an episode with comedian Andrew McGinnis. Shout out to him. That was an hour and 51 minutes. Hellhound Crew episode was an hour and 55. Jada Petro was 2 hours. I had friggin' Price of Fear was in here for 2.5 hours. Have you heard Price of Fear?
No, I haven't.
Ooh, they just released their demo like within the last.
Where can we find their stuff?
Every streaming platform, everywhere. A lot of you guys hopefully were tuned in. They were on episode 17 of Cody Central, but their demo is awesome. It's like very like thrash inspired, like like thrash hardcore with female vocals.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it's sick. So yeah, so I mean, do you guys like these long streams though? It seems like we do.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, like because it honestly looks like we have more people tuned in tonight than we have for a couple previous episodes, and so if you guys want to do shit like this, I'll start doing more Q&As and homie episodes and stuff like that.
Are you not entertained?
But I need you guys to go subscribe to the channel. Go subscribe Hellhound Publishing on YouTube. All right, gang. But so let me see if I have one for Bizza. Thank you to Nate. Nate said I love this show. I love you, Nate. Appreciate you. Bizza ain't mad about longer episodes. All right, maybe I'll try and stretch them out. So like you can kind of like if you like watch the trajectory of the show. I like started doing the episodes really long, and then after a while, I tried to keep them around an hour because I thought that was like kind of like the ideal time. But maybe I'm wrong. I learn new shit all the time. So
It depends on how the flow goes.
yeah, it's just all about who you have to talk to, honestly. You know,
Yeah.
that's like
Like if it goes an hour, it goes an hour. If it goes fucking 2.5, goes 2.5.
Yeah. I love you, Ryan. He said, I'll take as much Pope as I can get. Well, with that said, Friday, August 22nd, Cody Pope, me, I'm going to be live at the Spot in Nashua, New Hampshire, right on Main Street, right next to Joanne's Kitchen. Tickets are on sale now for $10. It's all ages show. www.cody-pope.com, just like what's in the banner right here. Get the early tickets, help support us. This is my first solo show in nearly 3 years. I'm going to be playing songs from throughout my entire catalog, songs that are almost 10 years old, as well as like brand new unreleased songs. It's the weekend going into my birthday, so I would love to see you all there. I would love to have high fives and hugs and hangouts and whatever other trouble we can get into. Really hope to see you guys there. Like I said, get your tickets now. Advanced tickets are $10. It's going to be $20 the day of the show and at the door. So get those tickets early. It's all ages. It's just me. The doors open at 7:30. I perform at 8:30. I'll probably go till 9:30, and then we'll be able to just hang out and socialize and take pictures and talk about life until 11 o'clock or so.
And then you'll be able to ask him questions since you're not asking him questions now. You'll ask him questions then.
You ask me in person when I'm sweatier than I am right now. But seriously, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you, Axel, for joining me. This was fun.
Thank you for having me,
This
man.
was a nice switch up. It was a lot different than what I've normally been getting into. So this was cool. Maybe we'll start doing this more often.
And also thank you for the listeners and supporters for coming in and hanging out with us. Thank you.
Seriously. There's no Cody Central without you guys. So thank you guys for coming to Planet Cody for another awesome night. Axel, you want to drop any plugs while you're here?
The only plugs I got are the bands I'm in. Let's go down here. It's deadharrison.com. We have a website. I swear to God, we have deadharrison.com. You can find all the newest iterations of shows and different things you can find from us merch-wise or even news-wise. deadharrison.com. Stone Shadows. There is no .com. Stone Shadows. Our next show is coming up soon. Soon to be announced. We have not announced it, but it will be very, very soon. Also, Lacey and Thrax. Our album Hot Wax is out now. Our 4-song EP is now out. You can have it for $5. It is a USB that you can plug in. It has bonus content, and you can get all the songs that we were trying to get out there on live, and we have it all in a USB. And you can get it from us. Just ask us and hit us up, and you'll be fine, and we'll get it to you post haste. And as always, Cody Pope, and the key holders. We got some stuff coming up.
We
He
got a
knows
bunch of stuff coming up.
he knows the dates. I don't at the current time. He said it like 3 times. So you just rewind and you'll know. Put it in here in this audio clip here.
Cody
And
Pope and the
here.
Key Holders, September 14th at the Shaskeen, and Cody Pope and the Key Holders Unplugged, September 27th at the Spot in Nashua, New Hampshire. Tickets are on sale now for all shows. Just go to cody-pope.com. Get it in. Buckets like Gilligan. Plus the riddles I riddle like I'm a riddling. Just kidding. That's not me.
See, just put that audio over my me open mouth pointing to my hand, and that's what you get.
Yeah.
So yeah, those 3. 4.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for showing up for Cody Central.
Thank you guys.
What do we have for a send off for these beautiful people? Do we have like a nice ending, soothing song for these beautiful, awesome people? No.
Damn. An ending song, right? Let's. You know,
From you,
I've been wanting to try this, so let's see if this works.
something we can send off with.
Yeah, you guys bear with me here.
Y'all deserved it.
Let me. This ain't what you want. I'm gonna see if I can play a beat and rap over it, and if it'll actually work. If you guys will hear me or not.
Oh, they'll hear you.
So. All right. Let's see. We'll see if this works.
I got faith in you.
I got some brand new nobody heard joints before. So this is the first time that I think I'm saying this publicly.
Oh no.
But I have a project coming out later this year with Portland, Maine's Graphic Melee. And he has sent me a bunch of beats, and we have a dope little project put together. And so, yeah, let me see if I can.
Dude, what?
Let me see if I can show you a joint.
Right.
I'll show you guys a joint from this that I have. A live closeout. That's right, Ryan. Let's see if it works.
So I'll put the mic to the side. Peace, folks.
So I just don't know if I play music from another tab.
Should be able to. It won't affect the processor at all.
Let's see. No. Chat, let me know if you guys hear this beat in a second. I'll let you know. Hold on. It's just loading, being slow. All right, hold on. Were you guys hearing that? Oh, peace out, Jen. Thank you for being here tonight. Was that instrumental playing for you guys, or was that only on our end? Let me run that back again. If I get a thumbs up from one person, I'll start rapping to it. Shit. And so I know I could open it in a tab, but then I don't know if it's going to mute my microphone. Let me see.
Just take my microphone off then.
No, it's not even that. It's like sometimes maybe it'll work this way. Let's see. Can't hear you when you play stuff, apparently. It didn't play the mute. Oh, okay. Can't hear you when you play stuff completely. Why does everything keep going? It sounded like you had a bad signal on your phone, not audible. All right. Let's try it this way. Tell me if you guys are hearing boom Boombaye.
We're gonna try. Yeah, my first time showing anybody this little anyway, produced a piece called Murder of Crows. So it's hard to hear me. Shit. Yo. Any common trembles when it's home. Murder of Crows, pick the meat off my bones. Only few can do enough on the phone. That's just so. I'm more Raphael than just your salad. No brand names from the Valley. My clothes fatigues, no time to dilly dally. It sounded like damn rappers themselves exaggerating the imagination of assassination of that. Why not first off? Try to be nice try to tell another nice lie. The woman my lips and people will make me cry. I just depression and laughing for what it's like to die. Murder the crows, you're supposed to go. Was it my time or enough of the show? Murder the crows, you're supposed to go. But I'm a better friend than scared to be a foe. Murder the crows, you're supposed to go. Was it my time or enough of the show? Murder the crows, you're supposed to go. But I'm a better friend than scared to be a foe. Even more about the good enemy. I will battle like I'm always an enemy. No people pretend to. That's why they feel for the time before the end for me. This part of my ass. Be sure to bring it from round, y'all. Try not to even probably let the clown ball. Shit, I found y'all on the microphone in town hall. Get down with all that. A man can fall and get the worst of it. Internet, you got to looking like the first one. Damn near 36. Watching 36. I'm on the couch. Got pussy come out. Everybody knows the team and unity are out. Outfield and bringing out. I'm not murder control. I'm supposed to go. Was it my time or enough of the show? Murder control. I'm supposed to go. I'm a better friend than step of the show. Murder the crows, supposed to go. Was it my time or enough of the show? Murder the crows, I'm supposed to go. I'm a better friend than should ever be a foe. Hey yo. Sorry that was all muffled and bullshitted for you guys. I was hoping to give you guys a little bit of a probably
Stop saying that shit. That was amazing. That was awesome, dog. That was awesome.
Didn't come through for the chat.
Well,
but
it sucks to be them, but like you can catch out in the fucking later.
I'm gonna figure this shit out someday. Though.
That was incredible, man.
I've had
real
notes,
shit.
I've had notes for a while to figure out how to start out. Like it would be cool to start doing like live stream performances once in a while, where it's like just like for an episode of the pod, just rap a bunch
like
of
an
shit.
improv fucking pop out, man.
Yeah. So we'll figure out technically how to do it. Ryan said I could hear some of it. Business said he could tell the beat was for me. Hell yeah, thank you. Yeah, me and Graphic Melee, we got 5 songs together. We're gonna put out a project probably this fall. I'm just trying to I'm on a new path of getting this music out of my vault. I'm going to start figuring out how to record myself again and really just get proactive. I got really comfortable being dependent on other people to like do my engineering and set recording up and like do all this shit. And it's like, I'm just going to figure out how to set up a recording thing in here so that I'm just tracking vocals all the time. And then I'll just ship it off to get it processed. But you guys are definitely going to get some new joints from me. Hopefully, Byron G and I still got a bunch of joints. We got like at least like 2 EPs or so worth of stuff. My brother 8Bizza, who's been in the chat with us tonight, we got an album of material together. I've got an EP with a producer named Suede Breaks. It's all live instrument stuff that's going to come out. There's like a couple things I'm not at liberty to
We're
say
both
yet,
busy
but,
people.
Yeah, all sorts of new stuff. All right. Well, Jen said she could hear it. I'm glad some of you guys were able to hear it. I'll figure out what the technical requirements are to do that again, because that would be fun.
It would be.
It'd be nice to show you guys stuff and get your feedback on all this stuff. But damn, that almost got us to the 2-hour mark.
Almost.
It's
not about quantity, it's about quality.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I'll leave on. Business said, yeah, what I could hear was fire. I'm excited for you. Thank you. I'm excited too. Oh man, Bizza, we got so much stuff in the kit. You know what? All right. Here's how I'm gonna close this off. I won't put the beat on so that way I don't fuck it up too bad. But I'll spit a quick little verse from me and Bizza's project that we got going on, and then we'll crack the 2-hour mark.
Do you need me to have a? Do you need a metronome or anything?
No, I think
you got that.
I think we'll. Oh, AA asked best film of 2025.
Save it for next week.
I know, right? Like, shit. I did say Q&A the whole time.
Coming to the podcast next week, next Monday, 8 p.m.
He said, "Ooh, chat is spoiled tonight." That's right.
Yeah, y'all getting the good ones today, man.
I'm looking through my reviews to see my favorite movie from this year so far. That's like an actual.
The Sisters of the Traveling Pants.
Oh, okay. Now you know what my favorite 2025 movie is so far. No worries, AA. Appreciate you getting here at all. My favorite 2025 movie so far this year, I think, is Mickey 17. I know that that's not everybody's favorite Bong Joon-ho movie, but I thought that was awesome. I saw it in theaters. It was dope, and I thought it was really creative. I thought Pattinson killed it, and so best film of 2025 so far for me is Mickey 17. I would count Nosferatu, but that technically came out at Christmas time.
It counts.
All right, so I'll do that too then. Nosferatu definitely like hits the mark for sure.
There was a lot of marketing with that one.
Yeah. The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie, that was a joint too. All right, so I said I was gonna do an acapella for Bizza. Me and Bizza, he hasn't heard it in its entirety yet, but we have a song together. It's called Crash. And here it is a cappella before we kick off tonight. Goes like this. I'm like Calvin with the cap, but do the stray dog strut. Laughing my ass off, gave away all fucks. Never needed a reason to write except for being alive. You don't like my vibe? Well, you can kiss my hide. Never been the one that they sought to put in limelight. They say, son, maybe one day when your time right. Tomorrow I could die. For them, that'd be just fine, right? I am not the zeitgeist, out of sight, out of mind, right? I just want to smoke my weed and be left alone. If it wasn't for selling records, I'd forget my phone. Imagine my time management if I got a clone, not worry about how I could get home. By 30, I thought I'd have my plans in motion. Quite frankly, not as damned by all this old shit. Thought I'd be coming up for overcoming and not folding. Thought I'd do well even if I wasn't hot and scolded. Play the cards you dealt, but I got a bad hand. Wonder why I always felt I was a bad man. Had a blueprint? Nah, you had a bad plan. Didn't do shit till you crash landed. Play the cards you dealt, but I got a bad hand. Wonder why I always felt I was a bad man. Had a blueprint? Nah, you had a bad plan. Didn't do shit till you crash landed. I crash landed on the planet like a bandit from home. People love you one time, now they demanding a clone. Went from disposable selfie to commanding a drone. Went from hanging on the wall to your hand in your phone. Finger on the trigger, await notification. Tell me to eat liver, muscle weight, gestation. Nobody likes movies, attention deflated. Say you like something, in a minute berated. Desperation reeks all through the old air. Desperation seeks, so you go there. They pray death to those who only go fair. Give praise to the loudest with no care. I crash landed like Dr. Helen Remington. First person I saw, I spit phlegm at them. My way of sharing stories like a compendium. Future computer to these Intel Pentiums. Play the cards you dealt, but I got a bad hand. Wonder why I always felt I was a bad man. Had a blueprint? Nah, you had a bad plan. Didn't do shit till you crash landed. Ryan said zeitgeist in a bar. Fucking fresh. Thank you. I was definitely stoked that I figured out how to fit zeitgeist into a rhyme. Jen said, you got any t-shirts with Hellhound? We want some. I don't have any right now, but I'm working on getting some merch made for the show Friday, August 22nd. Cody Pope, live at the Spot, Nashua, New Hampshire, all ages show. Doors at 7:30. I go on at 8:30. That's the whole show. Tickets are available now at cody-pope.com. You can see the banner scrolling right here. Pre-sale tickets for the show are $10. The day of the show, it's $20. So lock in, get your ticket now, and support a hopefully really, really special night. I hope you guys have had fun tonight. I've had a ton of fun. Axel, thank you so much for being here. I had a ton
Thank you for having me, bro.
Shout out to our future sponsor, Cloud Candy. That's hopefully going to start giving us
Cloud Candy.
And yeah, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys so much. As always, every Monday night, live, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here, Hellhound Publishing on YouTube. If you're watching from Facebook, thank you so much for the support. Make sure you hit the share button, and please do us a favor. Head over to YouTube, check out Hellhound Publishing. Drop a comment, drop a subscribe.
Do it.
Turn on post notifications. Check out some of the stuff we got going on. I just put up a brand new music video for my track with Byron G called No Sugar Added. I edited the video. It was shot by my brother Danny Dimes here in the chat as well. Show us some love. Drop a comment on the video. Share it with someone that might like it. Thank you guys so much for your support. This week makes, I think, 34 weeks running of doing this show. I had no idea if people were going to rock with it. I had no idea how long it was going to last. I had no idea if people would want to come on and talk with me. And every week it just seems to get better and better. So thank you guys so much for rocking with us. Please grab your tickets for the upcoming Cody Pope shows. Please go listen to Giant Steps in Gate City wherever you listen to music. Please keep supporting local music wherever you're at. And with that said, much love. Love all you guys. And as always, it's Hellhound till we're underground. Good night, folks.
Cody Central is written and produced by Cody Pope for Hellhound Publishing. If you'd like to sponsor the program and have your brand, podcast, or service featured, learn more about that today at www.hellhoundpublishing.com/Cody-Central. Additional ways to support the program include purchasing music, joining our Patreon for exclusive content, or simply donating at any of the links available in the QR codes above.
feel sorry for you.